Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is Yahusha's Living Orders and Commands. It is an end-time series of messages to those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Creator, the Almighty Father Yahuah is his name, and who will come to accept that it was Yahuah who manifests his word. He himself manifests in the flesh, in the person, in the man of Yahusha Messiah. By acknowledging Yahusha Messiah, we acknowledge that Yahuah is almighty and that he chose this plan, this blueprint for restoring man into fellowship with him. This is Yahusha's Living Orders and Commands. This segment is entitled Vanishing Opportunities, Appointments, and Schedules. Vanishing Opportunities, Appointments, and Schedule. If you're tuning in for the first time, I welcome you. My name is Symmanayah. Today is March 17, 2015, and this is part one of a two-part segment. My brothers and sisters, the world continues to spiral out of control with wickedness. Global warming and climate change is wreaking havoc across the globe, across this planet. Yes, my brothers and sisters, drought is becoming widespread and prolonged. It will soon prove to impact food supplies across the planet, resulting in massive famine. Soon and very soon, chaos, civil unrest, economic collapse, and many more calamities will erupt as we witness birth pains become intense, as we witness the wrath of the Almighty Father grow intense on this planet. There are the deniers and the unbelievers. There are those who would not receive and are still fighting to accept that we have entered into end times. My brothers and sisters, this morning as I was communing with the Spirit of Yahusha, or I could say as I was praying, while in much prayer, it was as though the Spirit of my Savior Yahusha informed me that we will witness vanishing opportunities like never before, as the wrath of the Almighty One enlarges. Many people take the passage when they say we are not appointed to wrath to think that we will not see in or witness or be anywhere near the wrath of the Almighty Father, thinking that we will be removed to a safe place, whether through the final exodus or rapture. Many think we will be unscathed by the wrath of the Almighty Father. I submit to you, it has begun, and it is enlarging with intensity. There is a threshold, there is a degree of magnitude of the wrath of the Almighty Father, of which the children of obedience will be gathered from the four corners of the earth and not face. But that does not mean we will not see his wrath unfold. It does not mean that we will not witness the wrath of the Almighty Father, his promises regarding avenging the innocent blood that has been spilt regarding his children. All promises that are made will be fulfilled, my brothers and sisters. As global warming and climate change and wars and fighting, wars that are not magnified to this day, wars over water and food, have begun and will increase and will enlarge. Soon there will be massive chaos as people scramble to determine what they should and or must do. As for Yahusha, as for the children of obedience, we will come to recognize living instructions, living discipline, living orders, and guidance on what we must do. It was as though the Spirit of Yahusha was enforcing what he has revealed to me and instructed me to make known that there are appointments and schedules that will be kept according to what has been prophesied and written in scriptures. To you, O Yahusha, I write these words. I speak these words. Those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuah and accept that it is he, and he who was manifest in the flesh in the person of Yahusha Messiah, these words are to you. It is he who sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name, the Almighty Father Yahuah. To you, O Yahusha, who will grow in understanding the true meaning of being washed in the blood of the Lamb and being renewed day by day by his set-apart Spirit. These words are to you. I present these words. End times are here, and the wrath of the Most High Father has begun to intensify. His promises to avenge the innocent blood spilled and avenge those who were killed for his sake has begun. His promises to execute wrath has begun. Each passing day will present more and more evidence of our need to prepare to meet our Maker, our Almighty One. Man, as we know it in these earthen vessels, are on a collision course to total extinction. Remember, scriptures foretell of a time when we will put off the corruptible and put on the incorruptible. Scriptures inform us that these earthen vessels will return back to the dust, and our spirits will be placed either with Yahusha Messiah or in a place of eternal judgment. Again, O Yahusha, consisting of both Hebrews and Gentiles who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, end times have begun. Soon and very soon one will recognize how our days have been shortened, and to he who is able to receive comes responsibilities. We will identify tasks given to us to fulfill what must represent end-time prophecies. The responsibility to inform and or warn others will fall upon the children of obedience. The time is at hand to embrace a sense of urgency like never before. Soon and very soon, more people will realize we are facing times where we will witness vanishing opportunities. In other words, opportunity to talk, opportunity to fellowship, opportunity to hang out, to play. Many opportunities that we have had in times past will begin to vanish as end times become intense. We will come to realize that we have appointments and schedules to meet. They will be kept as end time prophecies are fulfilled. Who is able to realize when Yahusha is called and ordered from the four corners of the earth, there are appointments that must be kept. There are schedules that will be met. Who is able to consider the life in the following? Ecclesiastes 3:20 say, all are going to one place, all came from the dust, and all return to the dust. That was Ecclesiastes 3:20. Ecclesiastes 12:6 and 7 say, remember him before the silver cord is loosed, or the golden bowl is broken, or the jar shattered at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the well. The dust returns to the earth as it was, and the spirit returns to the Almighty One who gave it. Hebrews 9:27 and 28 says, and as it awaits men to die once, after this judgment. Some versions say it is appointed unto man once to die, then after that judgment. We have appointments to meet, schedules to keep, my brothers and sisters, and they will be fulfilled. They will be met. Hebrews 9:28 says, so also the Messiah, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, shall appear a second time apart from sin to those waiting for him unto deliverance. My brothers and sisters, we will come to realize appointments and schedules are ordered, and that the children of obedience, those who are not appointed to the wrath of the Almighty Father, we will witness times where we will either face physical death, sleep, be martyrs for Yahusha's sake, or we will witness being gathered from the four corners of the earth, being participants of either the 144,000 or the great multitude who will come out of the great tribulation that is soon to become clear to all on this planet. Who is able to remember that it is the Almighty Father that sent his Spirit in Yahusha's name? Consider John 14:25 and 26, of which I speak often. These words I have spoken to you while still with you. But the Helper, the set-apart Spirit, whom the Father shall send in my name, he shall teach you all and remind you of all that I've said to you. I cannot stress, so many people have put more emphasis on the word Ruach, which simply means spirit, or Ruach HaKodesh, which simply means set-apart spirit. They have become infatuated and fascinated by these two words, Ruach and Ruach HaKodesh. They have become so fascinated by these that they have lessened the importance of knowing that the Almighty Father sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name. It is Yahusha's name that we will call upon. It is Yahusha's name that we will recognize as the Spirit of Yahusha rides within us, among us, through us, one towards another, and through his chosen leaders. My brothers and sisters, between now and the physical return of Yahusha, our Messiah, our Mashiach, there will be a final exodus. We will witness Yahusha being gathered from the four corners of the earth before the anti-Messiah, or as many refer to as the Antichrist, along with the false prophet and beast system, emerges. Have their wickedness begun? Are they taking shape? Indeed, but they will not reach the fullness of what is said in scriptures until we have been gathered from the four corners of the earth, we who will fulfill what has been told since the days of old. My brothers and sisters, pray and watch. Not all will be gathered. Not all will be participants of that final exodus. Consider these words, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 6 through 10. And now you know what restrains for him to be revealed in his time. For the secret of lawlessness is already at work, but only until he who now restrains come out of the midst, and then the lawless one shall be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and bring to naught with the manifestation of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power and signs and wonders of falsehood, and with all deceit and unrighteousness in those perishing, because they did not receive the love of the truth in order for them to be saved. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. He that restraineth is us, we who are the children of obedience. And do not be remiss. The wicked one, the anti-Messiah, is anxious to take on his task and be revealed, along with the false prophet. But as it is written, it cannot occur and will not occur until we are gathered from the four corners of the earth, we who will fulfill what is written. Consider these words, my brothers and sisters. Isaiah 11:12. And he shall raise a banner for the nations and gather the outcasts of Yahusha and assemble the dispersed of Yehudah from the four corners of the earth. Did not our Mashiach, our Messiah, say that those that are his family are those who do the will of the Almighty Father? Is he not from the lion of the tribe of Yehudah? Is he not from Yahusha? So I submit to you, all those who seek to do the will of the Father are grafted together as one by Yahusha Messiah under the banner of Yahusha. Isaiah 43:5-7 say, do not fear, for I am with you. I shall bring your seed from the east and gather you from the west. I shall say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not keep them back. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the end of the earth. All those who are called by my name, whom I have created, formed, and even made for my esteem. Do not take on a false sense of security, thinking that because they say all those, remember the scriptures, the original text has been translated in so many languages. Remember that the letter kills, it is the spirit that makes alive. And if everyone who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father was gathered, then who then would be those led astray that the Mashiach talk about, who are our brothers? Who then will be those who will stumble and fall? Who then are those who physically face death before that final exodus? So let us understand, my brothers and sisters, we must come to accept scriptures in whole with all set apartness of life. I submit to you, this means all those whom he has chosen to fulfill the task of being gathered from the four corners of the earth. Jeremiah 23:3 said, therefore I shall gather the remnant of my flock out of all the lands where I have driven them, and shall bring them back to their fold, and they shall bear and increase. Ezekiel 20:34 says, and I shall bring you out from the people and gather you out from the lands where you were scattered, with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with wrath poured out. My brothers and sisters, have not the Almighty One Yahuah demonstrated countless times when he has gathered his children together? Who is able to discern the life in Malachi 3:6, which says, for I am Yahuah, I shall not change, and you, O sons of Yaakov, shall not come to an end. James 1:17 says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no change nor shadow of turning. There will be a final exodus. The time is now to discern. We have entered into the final stages of preparation for our final exodus. Soon and very soon we will witness forced transitions, forced migrations, as we begin to witness vanishing opportunities, as we begin to witness appointments and schedules made clear to each of us as we are gathered and begin to move towards the direction of the promised land, a place that has been foretold since the days of old. We will witness a rise in the spirit of Yahusha within us, through us. We will witness a rise in his chosen leaders. We will witness living instructions, living Torah to his children, the children of obedience, along with discipline and continual love. Though we are stiff-necked and stubborn, he who is almighty through his set-apart spirit sent in Yahusha's name will bring us to fulfill his living orders and commands. Listen carefully, O Yasharal. The days of being slothful and slackards will come to an end as we begin to become active participants in the structuring of a nation that is awakening, who will fulfill the final exodus. We will witness those who are fortified and made strong and be martyrs for Yahusha's name. These words will prove to be true. Appointments and schedules will emerge, directed by the Almighty Father, and we will be gathered and directed to that place where he would have us to be. We will come to realize in time prophecies do not come with maybes and or what might happen if and only if. End time prophecies come with what will come to be, what will and is being fulfilled. The living orders and commands from the Almighty One will be carried out. We will witness obedience among those who are exercised by his discipline, those who are trained and guided and directed by his set-apart spirit sent in Yahusha's name. I will pause here for part 1, my brothers and sisters, and ask that you continue to listen as we move to part 2 of this segment, Vanishing Opportunities, Appointments and Schedules. The time when we will face appointments that the Most High has ordered of us. We will work and function in his schedule, and we will see the opportunities to go bowling, or go to the theater, or go to sports venues, or exercise, or play around. The time of wasting and consuming opportunities will vanish. We will come to realize that there are indeed living orders and commands. Are you ready? What say you, Yasharal? Stay tuned for part 2 as we continue this segment. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.